Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody had a lovely extended weekend. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright guys, so as you see, we are recording this video 1 hour after open. Why is this going to be the case? Because your boy Henry is going to tell you what we're watching. Alright? Right now, I'm just saying, I don't think we have any confirmation. Well, I'm not going to say I don't think we have confirmation. I'm going to tell you we don't have confirmation that the thing is rolling over yet. And if you want to short the darn thing, I still think it's unsafe. I'm just saying, every single time that we have sold off this 9 EMA so far, all right, this is either where you break under and you get a few more days of downside, which you can very well play on the short term, or you catch a bid exactly from that, and that proves to be the trap, baby. All right? As you could see, guys, when you start losing it, that's when we're going to start watching it. But guess what? All right? Your boy forgot to mention this in the weekly update, and this is something that I really want to bring to everyone's attention. We're going to be watching this on this channel, guys. When you lose it, this is what gets retested, and you can literally follow along with the trend. That is why I'm recording this video extra early today, because guess what? I do think this thing is going to be rolling over. I don't know if the top is in right now, but I think it's either in or we're very close. And I'm going to say right now, I don't think it's in. I think we're going to come up to all-time highs, maybe slightly overshoot that bad boy right there. But again, I'm going to reiterate what I said in the weekly update. I don't think it's just safe to just go swing short on the indices a few weeks out. I think you're probably going to get clapped in the short term, and then you're going to get paid. But what is the point in going through all that pain before getting paid? I also have one specific ticker that I would like to highlight in this video. And that is also why I'm recording this video relatively soon. Well, relatively early on in the day. All right, but let's come down to the hourly time frame. I'm going to point out right here, guys, we literally had lost our zone here, went level to level. This is exactly what we are talking about when we say level to level on the channel, guys. We're talking supply and demand zones. We're talking support and resistance. If you are in the Discord, there is an educational video on this. You guys, guys, if you don't know what I say when I'm saying level to level, go watch that video, go master your zones. All right. As you guys could see, we recovered exactly from where we were paying attention to and then have reclaimed, all right, the previous range. Guys, all of this was one giant wick. All of that was one giant bear to the trap, baby. All right. I am just saying, I don't think it is safe to go swing short yet. Why? Because you have no confirmation that's happening. All this is it's proving, guess what? You just reverted back to the mean. All right. And now, very much so, it looks like you're probably going to come out here and take out this high as long as this hammer candlestick holds today. And we have seen hammers in the past from the 9 EMA. You just end up, just getting dunked on, just slapped over here. Slapped silly. All right. But as you could see, you also see these happening. All right. And you also see these happening. And you see that happening. And we don't have any more examples over there. All right. Oh, hammer on the 9. So this is what I'm saying, guys. This right here could have literally been your reversion to the mean. Just pulling back before shooting back up. And then we could take out all-time highs. What would that do? You would probably still just hold this divergence. You had another point of divergence. Now, what I want to come over here and do is I want to point out Mr. VIX. All right. Mr. VIX, guys, it held exactly where we were talking in the weekly update, where it needed to hold. You're probably going to have a complete retracement all the way down to the low over here, which would have meant this complex head and shoulders pattern was not going to be a complex head and shoulders pattern. Well, inverse head and shoulders pattern. I should be, be accurate on that one. I'm just saying, guys, you are literally getting VIX crush again from the neckline. I do think VIX is ready to go whenever this bad boy wants to just get a daily close above our zone right here. I think that is going to be the signal that, yeah, all right, SPY is going to be, having that move down. But again, guys, these are the 2 points of confirmation that I'm really looking at right now, and you're not breaking down. You're not, all right, on SPY, and you're not breaking up over there on VIX. You're getting VIX crush as we speak. Now, we're going to step over here to, what did I just do? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, as you can see, you again have this hammer candlestick going on. All right, I'm going to switch my layout here. And, yeah, let's hope there's not a, yeah, I was going to say I was doing a shit ton of back testing. Over the last few days, I'm going to be honest, guys, I have put, like, all my time into back testing these strategies that are, or the setups that are in my system. And that is what this setup has been, or this layout has been used for. But guess what, guys, all right? You held Okay, you held exactly, again, where you needed to hold, baby. I'm just saying, until you start breaking down here, again, this is just another one of those points of confirmation. Until you start breaking down from here, you're not going to have that confirmation. All right. The trend is still going to be your friend till the end, and that is up. All right. And that's that. Now, I will also reiterate the fact that we have still been seeing all of these long setups, completely just crap the bed. But now I'm going to come over here and we're going to talk about some individual tickers. All right. I'm just saying a bunch of these things are not looking too terrible. All right. Yes, you broke down, but you're at support. And now, guys, the 4-hour, no, you did not end up holding that. But the 4-hour RSI did have that bullish divergence going on over there. Maybe it was on the 1-hour chart I was seeing that. Either way. All right. You do have the bullish divergence going on right there. And then you have a hit it with a triple over there on the hourly. So I'm just saying, I do think things are, more setting up to rally. But before we go into any of these other tickers, let's talk about Mr. Tesla. Tesla, guys, all right? I don't want you to focus on any of what we've been talking about. The long-term setup is still the exact same. You got this as the right shoulder. Unless you break what we're about to discuss right here, I don't think you're going to be, taking out that low. I think you're going to literally get a bid from right here. All right? Literally exactly where we are right now. All right? We're just going to put these guys on. We just want that one. We want that one. We're going to take you off. All right? All we want is this golden pocket, guys. You're right here at the golden pocket. You bounced up from support. All right. If you were to come down to the 0.786, my guess is you're probably going to hold it because, again, you got that support. But I'm just going to say right now, daily RSI oversold, and you can go down. But again, downside, I think, is limited. I think you're probably just going to find buyers over here. Maybe chop around here for a little bit, but you're probably going to find buyers right around this, 210 area down here. All right. But look at that. All right. I wish do that. There we go. You can see right here. All right. I saw on Twitter. By the way, Twitter, guys, if you're not already following. All right, guys, I will be posting the setups that I see over here on Twitter, as well as I will be taking ticker requests. So here's the thing with the ticker request over here on Twitter. Guys, I don't want to dilute my page with non-setups. That is the thing. I have an eye for this stuff. I know what people really should be paying attention to, all right? Like, I'm not going to say I'm the best at this yet, but, I do talk about skill set a lot here on this channel. It's because, I'm going to say, all right, it doesn't really matter about the short-term money if you can't replicate in the future. And, guys, my skill set is, it's literally, me finding setups at this point and seeing. This thing is a pattern recognition game. And I'm just going to say a lot of these ticker requests, they are not patterns. They're definitely people just either down on positions and they want to know. Or, it's stuff that, again, does not have these setups. And there's no reason for you to really be watching it right then and there. I will do them for the time being, but I really don't want to dilute my page too much. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a look at all of these things like SoFi. I ended up posting that one today. All right. Some of these things, when I see the setups, I'm going to post about them, but people keep asking for NEO, and I see absolutely no reason to be posting about NEO. Why? Because NEO is a dead dog as of right now. China's a dead dog. You broke underneath this low. What the heck is going on here? I do think downside is limited, but I've probably been asked every single day to cover NEO, and that's not going to happen, guys. All right? I'm telling you, I got the eye, and, if you're just watching something because, you were just bag holding on it, we're not going to cover it. I guarantee it. All right. So keep that in mind when you do, submit these ticker requests. But yeah, we will be taking them. I don't want to dilute my page with stuff like, there's just no reason to. Like, guys, I have, before I started doing the ticker requests, we had a ton of setups that we're just paying attention to. All right. And there's no reason to be, I don't want people to have alerts on my page. And then guess what? It's just a bunch of ticker requests that aren't going to mean anything. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way right there. But Tesla, guys, if it is going to hold, it's going to hold right here. And in the short term, I'm looking for a retest of this 230 area right here. All right, just about 230 right up here. You can really refine that right to, about 231, 232 right there. I do think this has the potential to get moving and grooving into this week. You already have the volume, about half of this volume candle right there. All right, or volume bar, I should say. These are the candlesticks. These are the bars. All right, I'm just saying you got potential here on Mr. Tesla. I'm not saying you are going to be bid up from here, but I'm going to tell you exactly what to watch for. Guys, if you can hold this golden pocket here, as long as you don't break under the 0.786, which is going to be, we're going to say 209.50. So watch 209.50. I guess I'll put an alert on there. I don't think it's going to get down there, but yeah, I'll be watching it. Unless you break there, yeah, I think we're going to at least come up here and, you know, probably pushing past 230. I'm going to be completely honest, but at least in the short term, that's what I'm looking for. Maybe into tomorrow, I'm looking for a move up to 230. We do have a short trading week, but if there's a setup that I would say, like, hey, keep your eyes on it right now and, like, you know, swing setup. Like, you could buy a little bit of time and you could be relatively safe for that move up to 230. This would be the ticker that I would be paying attention to. We're going to come over here to Mr. Apple. Apple's dying. But I'm going to say downside's limited over on Apple too. And this is why I say, guys, we got a really freaking mixed market here. You got some tickers dying. You got some tickers holding up the market. But it's not like you're seeing sectors go with each other. All right? We're not seeing the big caps all move, the mega caps all move together. This is not what you want to see. It's not clean looking. All right? You really just don't want to see this stuff. I'm serious. Guys, like, focus on your individual ticker, and I would stick to those, because if you're just trying to, you know, look at something on SPY and QQQ and then match this up with individual tickers trying to get more, you know, upside on your contracts, I'm just saying you might not have the best time, because we are literally seeing these markets like diverge, and it's like annoying me. Trying my best really not to get annoyed here. But, like, you know, we're looking for downside setups. Some of these are, you know, panning out. I'm just going to say all over the place. We are seeing, you know, like, you know, small caps. They are, you know, I'm going to say short side, you know, focus. That is, you know, on these small caps over here. That's really what seems to be working. But then you look at the mega caps and, you know, it's kind of mixed as of right now. And then you got the leader over here, Apple. This makes no sense to me. All right. It is literally like, hey, the big guy is probably the only reason SPY and QQQ were red on the day. So if Apple starts recovering like it was, I told the Discord earlier, if Apple starts recovering, we're probably going to see SPY and QQ recover, because that's probably the only reason they're down. All right. So I'm just saying, guys, we don't have that bearish confirmation yet on SPY, like I was saying in the beginning of the video. And now I'm showing you what I'm seeing on Apple, guys. If you come down here, guys, and this sucks, because I don't want to enter any swing position. I did on Tesla, though. But I kept it to my sizing. I didn't size up on Tesla like I did last time. You know, unfortunate that I did it then and not now. All right. What if your boy got to throw, like, total? I would have been able to throw, like, you know, 1.2K, I think, you know, into that. Boom. All right. Yeah. Let me size up 3x what my plan is. Yeah. You know, unfortunately, I did it early. But, yeah, I think that's a beautiful setup as of right now. I think it's still beautiful. I think this is the prime spot to be. I'm on the wrong ticker right now. Let me just show you the right ticker that I'm even talking about. I think this is the prime spot that you want to be watching it. Why? Because, like, you know, I'm not going to say I entered all the here at the bottom. I didn't even close. All right. I think I entered around 219. All right. Actually, let's see. It was right around here. All right. Downside is limited, in my opinion. I really do think downside is going to be limited, guys. I am just putting it out there. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Clear level to risk, and that's something that I appreciate in a chart. All right, guys. I understand if you're buying up here at the top of the golden pocket, you're going to be down by here, but at least you know you're not, like, if you got data on your cons, at least you know you're not going to be sitting there just hoping, bag holding, because you know if you break here, you're probably coming all the way down here to 194. Low is 194.07. If you break 209.50, you're probably going to 194.07. That is what I'm talking about, that clear risk level that you have. Now, on the 15-minute time frame, guys, this thing has your bullish divergence going on. You come over the hourly time frame, you got something going on over there. All right, the 4-hour, though, guys, I'm serious, downside is limited. You could chop around here. This is what I was saying. You could chop around here, but I think you're probably just going to make slightly lower low over here, and then you're going to shoot up, like, explosively. Now, over here, you did end up having this inverse head and shoulders formation right there. All right, neckline being, you know, somewhere. You could have had a zone going right there. All right, and then guess what? You got the breakout. I think we're either going to be basing around here, just like over here, or we're about to shoot back up and at least retest 232. So top watch for me is over here on Tesla. All right. That is what I would be keeping my focus on. All right. China, guys, it's still taking a dump. And this is what I was saying about the ticker request. I don't want to, cover China right now. There's absolutely no reason to. All right. China has, disappointed I've disappointed myself. All right. With China. I can't say China has disappointed me. All right. But this is what I was saying. Downside, on, not China tickers. I'm not getting to talk about China. All right. I don't want people to leave ticker requests to China because I won't cover them. All right, not right now. They are any TA I do on them, it doesn't matter. China's economy is just dragging everything down. Sector is just dying. All right, so we're not talking about that. But no, I got a lot of stuff going on over here. And guys, I actually figured out double bottoms, guys. Double bottoms, double tops. We're not playing them. I thought, this was this fits in your system, but no, there's nothing to risk off these double bottoms. If I could find an example off of here. Like once you take the entry, there's not a clear, on most of these, you have a clear risk level, like literally a very clear risk level that's not going to demolish you if it gets taken out. It might be down, you buy a week out, you're going to be down maybe 30%. You're risking that for 200% on most of these setups on the other setups in my system. Double bottoms. I don't know exactly what tickers I was looking at yesterday, but anytime I found like 3 or 4 double bottoms. And I'm like building a glossary. Holy sweet baby Jesus, this is what I was talking about. You got some things exploding here, and some things are just not. SMH is probably about to have a breakout here if I had to take a guess on that one. But yeah, I'm putting together like a glossary. That's what I've been working on, just so because I have a habit of like, hey, you clear as they see the setup, you somehow don't listen to the setup, and then I want to clear as day. You see what happens when the risk level is broken. Get the frack out of the trade. All right, that's what I really want that glossary for. All right, like I know how to, I know how to set the rest of the plan. But hey, sticking to it, seeing past, tries at that failed attempts at that setup. All right. I really want to see that. So I'm putting 10 setups into each of these. So 10 different ticker setups, like, previous occurrences into each, page for these setups. So I'm creating my own glossary pretty much. It's very time consuming, but I am very happy to be doing it. I think it will benefit me greatly. All right. That is like really all I wanted to point out, guys. Tesla looking absolutely phenomenal. Apple, I think downside is limited. So if you see it, I want to put this on your radar, guys. If you come down to the golden pocket, this is again one of those things. Yeah, you could have some downside, but if you're swinging long here with some time, let's just put on a thing real quick here. And this is kind of how I think, guys. This is exactly how I'm thinking, and this is how I wish I just waited to swing long. I'm gonna be honest. I have a habit of getting into these things too soon. Even if you're going here, guys. All right. Even if you're going here, this is what I really think is completely on the table here, which is boom. All right. I think you could have a decent sized rally. All right. Let's just say you get to buy Apple at 175. Your risk reward becomes amazing. All right. I don't know what else to say about it. This is exactly what I like about the golden pocket, because if you break here, you're probably going to take out this, which would be all the way down at 165.67. If you break 172.50, we're going to call it. All right. So I think downside is limited here. You're going to come down here. You would have a bullish divergence going on the RSI if you undercut this low too. And you're going to probably tap this 0.618. 0.618 is right around 178. 178.75, we're going to call it. If you see it, pounce. Well, do whatever you want with your money, but I'm just putting it on your radar. It is approaching. All right. So definitely something I'm watching. All right. But as far as the indices, guys, I really do think we should be waiting on confirmation to really be swinging short here. I think there's absolutely no reason to. Even short-term, short trading, short side trading, I think is I don't even want to say, all right? I don't want to call anybody's idea an awful idea. I just don't think it's a good idea right now. I even got tempted on QQQ, and no, it was a false breakdown. All right, it was this is one of my setups for the week, and it's not over here, it's on over here, and you had a complete false breakdown. I was waiting for a close. You couldn't get the hourly close underneath. It was a false breakdown. All right, like a complete. Look at that false breakdown. Like this looks insanely trappy to me. I see no reason to be swinging short right now, or even looking for, on these indices, short setups, until we get what I was talking about in the beginning of the video, which was you can break under this 9 EMA here and then hold. That is when we should be looking at short setups. We're probably finally going to get them moved down to 460 over here on SPY. But until that becomes the case, I'm just saying this thing looks bullish. And that's that. So I do think upside is limited, just like I think downside is limited over on Apple. I think upside is limited over here on SPY. But I do think, it is very important to keep all of these in the back of your mind here. You had the quadruple bearish divergence going on here. You have the quadruple bearish divergence going on here as of right now. If you move up to a new high, it's just going to set, you're going to hold that divergence, guys. All right. But I pointed out on the weekly chart, I can't say this thing looks terribly bearish. It does not. Not the weekly chart, the weekly update. I can't say this weekly, chart here looks terribly bearish. I'm sorry you have all these. Let's change the layout. My apologies. This is what I was talking about. A lot of these setups I'm trying to find on SPY, QQ, and DIA as well, just because those are, I watch the indices so much. I should probably be looking for these setups on it. And they're very clean when I see it. I'm just going to say downtrend breaks and falling wedges, along with range breakouts. Those are going to be the top 3 long setups that I have found that, yeah, they typically, like I've, at least over here on SPY, I've seen a lot of these over the past few days, looking back at the charts. That is what seems to be the big breadwinner over here. All right. Well, the one with the least amount of traps as well. You also got to keep that one in mind. All right. Got to keep that one in mind. All right. But with that being said, guys, I will catch you all in the next one. Stay safe out there. Keep in mind, this was a bear trap. This whole ass hourly candlestick right here on SPY, that was a bear trap. All right, you went down there, you got some liquidity. People probably were like, oh, short the thing, short the thing. And then boom. All right, maybe people covered from here. Maybe shorts actually, influence this move. But I'm just going to say it's more likely that a lot of people got trapped here. Now they're underwater again, and now they're going to be covering here. And then we're going to go a little higher off of that because that's just, guys, we try and cover basic, market psychology, what goes on behind these charts. And that's what I think is really going on behind this chart. People are going to be covering up here who are underwater right here. And that could go right there. And that sucks because I was looking for, short side, setups here going into the week. And, some of them, they were working. All right. But I'm just going to say, all right, for the time being, I think, things are probably going to be catching a bid. All right. With that being said, I'll catch you all on the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your day. I very much so appreciate you guys. And peace.